The mountain of second chances. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a huge mountain. Cold wind touches your face. The sky above is painted orange by the setting sun. You look down. Far below, the world seems small and peaceful. But inside your chest, your heart is heavy. Because you didn't climb this mountain for fun, you climbed it to run away. Run away from what? From failure. From guilt. From a mistake that still burns in your memory. This is the story of Ethan Cole, a young man who thought he had lost everything, until one strange adventure on a lonely mountain taught him what life truly means. It all began on a rainy Friday evening. Ethan sat in his small apartment, staring at a rejection email. Another one. He had applied for over 50 jobs after college, but no one wanted him. His savings were gone. His friends stopped calling. Even his parents said things like, "Maybe you should stop dreaming and do something real." He slammed his laptop shut, threw his phone on the bed, and whispered, "I'm done." He packed a small bag, grabbed his old hiking boots, and left. He didn't know where he was going. He just wanted to disappear. He took a bus heading north, toward the mountains. The rain turned into snow as the night grew darker. By morning, the bus dropped him off in a quiet village called Gray Hollow, a place with wooden houses, a little cafe, and one giant mountain that touched the clouds. The locals called it the Mountain of Second Chances. At first, Ethan laughed when he heard that name. Second chances? Yeah, right? He said to an old man at the cafe. The old man smiled. Funny thing, boy. Everyone who climbs it finds something they didn't know they were missing. Ethan rolled his eyes. I'm not here for magic. I just need to be alone. The old man nodded. That's what they all say. The next morning, Ethan began his climb. The air was cold, and the path was rough. His bag felt heavier with every step. After a few hours, he reached an old sign that read, "Don't go beyond this point without a guide." Ethan sighed. I don't need a guide. I've already lost everything. A voice behind him said, You can lose a lot more than you think. He turned. A girl about his age stood there, red jacket, walking stick, bright eyes behind a scarf. I'm Lena, she said. If you're really going alone, you're either brave or stupid. Ethan smirked. Maybe both. She laughed. Good answer. Let's go then. I'll be your guide. He didn't argue. Something about her calm, confident voice made him trust her. As they walked, Lena talked nonstop, telling jokes about mountain goats, singing silly songs, and teasing Ethan for being a city guy who walks like a penguin. Ethan, who hadn't laughed in months, finally smiled. You talk too much, he said. Someone has to, she replied. Otherwise, you'll drown in sad thoughts. Hours passed. The fog thickened. The path grew steeper. Then they heard it, a strange, echoing laugh carried by the wind. Lena whispered, The mountain spirits are awake. Ethan chuckled. Mountain spirits? You're joking. Maybe, she said. Or maybe not. They reached a rope bridge swinging between two cliffs. The valley below was endless. I'm not crossing that, Ethan said. Lena smirked. Then go back. Or move forward. Life doesn't wait for scared people. Her words hit him like thunder. He took a deep breath and stepped forward. The bridge shook. 1 step. 2. 3. Crack. A wooden plank broke. Ethan froze. Don't look down. Lena shouted. Look at me. He did. Her eyes were steady. You're fine. Trust yourself. Step by step, he crossed. When he reached the other side, he dropped to his knees, laughing. Lena grinned. See? You didn't die. Not yet, he said, breathless. That was insane. That's called living, she replied. They camped near a small cave. As they sat by the fire, Lena asked, So, why are you climbing this mountain, city boy? Ethan poked the fire. Because I failed. I thought if I disappeared, it wouldn't matter. Lena was quiet for a while, then said softly, Funny. I came here for the same reason. He frowned. You? You seem fine. She smiled sadly. People who seem fine often hide the biggest storms. They talked for hours about dreams, regrets, and life. For the first time in years, Ethan felt someone really listening. The next morning, they climbed again. Snow fell heavier, and the wind grew sharp. Ethan slipped often, but Lena always helped him up. You're getting better, she said. You don't fall as much now. He grinned. Practice makes perfect. After a while, they reached an old stone wall covered in carvings. What's this? Ethan asked. Lena smiled. People who climb here write their promises. If you carve your promise honestly, the mountain listens. Ethan raised a brow. You really believe that? She shrugged. You don't have to believe. Just feel. Something inside him stirred. He picked up a rock and scratched words into the wall. I promise to stop running from myself. Lena smiled. Good promise. What about you? He asked. She looked at him and whispered. I promise to stop being afraid to say goodbye. Before he could ask what she meant, she said, Come on. The top's close. The final climb was brutal. The wind screamed, snow hit like needles, and Ethan's hands went numb. But he didn't stop. Every time he wanted to quit, he heard Lena's voice. Don't look down. Just move forward. Finally, after what felt like forever, they reached the top. The world stretched below, rivers, forests, and clouds glowing gold. Lena threw her arms wide. We made it. Ethan smiled. Yeah, we did. They stood in silence, watching the sunrise. For the first time in years, Ethan felt alive, not because he reached the top, but because he didn't quit. Then Lena turned to him and said softly, Ethan, thank you. For what? For helping me finish my climb. He frowned. You mean our climb? She smiled sadly. No, Ethan. Yours. Mine ended long ago. He blinked. What are you talking about? The wind rose. Her red jacket fluttered, and suddenly, Ethan could see right through her. Wait, what's happening? He shouted. Her fading voice whispered. The mountain gave me my second chance, to guide someone who needed hope. Now it's your turn to live, Ethan. He reached for her, but his hand passed through air. And then she was gone. Ethan stood alone, tears freezing on his cheeks. The mountain was silent again. Only his footprints, and hers, fading in the snow. When he returned to Gray Hollow, the old man at the cafe saw him and smiled. Ah, you're back. Ethan nodded. You knew about Lena, didn't you? The old man's eyes twinkled. Some spirits stay behind to help others climb. She was one of them. Ethan whispered, She saved me. The old man smiled. No, son. She reminded you that you could save yourself. Weeks later, Ethan returned to the city. He didn't become rich or famous, but he started again. He sent job applications, called his parents, smiled at strangers. And every morning, when life felt heavy, he whispered his mountain promise. I won't run from myself again. Because sometimes, the greatest adventure isn't climbing real mountains. It's facing the one inside your heart. Life always gives us second chances, but we only find them when we stop running from our fears. Don't give up when things fall apart. Keep climbing. Because one day, you'll look back and realize the hardest mountain you ever climbed was the one inside you.